So the first time it happened, I got really angry and I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I don't actually know if I confronted her about it. I think I just talked to other people about it. But I also saw messages where she'd been bitching about me behind my back and all sorts of things like that as well. So I was like, ouch, what the hell? I paid for that girl. I paid for a makeup diploma for her. I gave her so many opportunities. I felt really used and taken advantage of. I felt like she wasn't grateful at all for anything that I'd done. Although I chose to be grateful for her because she actually helped me grow my business quite a lot. So what can you do? Well, what you can do is... Hey, welcome back to another episode of Coffee with Carissa. Today, we're talking about what to do if your staff members leave and try to take your customers. This is a common occurrence in the hair and beauty industry, unfortunately, and it happened to me multiple times when I had my chain of salons and I was trying to grow my business. At first, you get very upset about it and you feel taken advantage of and you feel used and you feel like you don't trust people anymore. You know, you gave them so much opportunity and they've just turned around and stabbed you in the back and are trying to ruin your business. Well, at least this is how I felt when it happened to me the first time. I was kind of in shock. I didn't really expect that to happen. It was not how I saw that person. But this teaches you about human behavior, especially when it happens multiple times over many years. I started researching a lot of human behavior stuff when I started employing people because I wanted to know why people do certain things. Like, I couldn't make sense of it. Now, the thing that we have to realize is that everyone will always put their own interests first. Every human being is primarily self-interested, and their needs are the most important needs, not your needs, not anybody else's needs. Our own needs are our most important things. Our own needs are our most important priorities. So when I started seeing it like that and maybe put myself in their shoes that, well, maybe they want something more for themselves than what I can offer them. Maybe they see me as inspirational and they want what I have. So they go and try and copy it because I created this business that's quite large and successful, and they're like, well, I'm doing this for $25 an hour. I may as well be doing it for $100 an hour but for myself. What they don't see is all of the marketing and branding and experience and, everything else that that they don't know. But that's fine. We'll come back to what to do about it as a business owner. I think the most important thing is going to be your perspective around it, because you can either allow it to cause you a lot of suffering and you can feel all of these angry, unfair emotions, which are valid. Don't try to shut them down. But also, I try and zoom out and see the bigger picture and see it as though, well, this has happened. It's unfortunate. It's not what I wanted, but can I change it? Can I do anything about it? If the answer is no, then process it, deal with it, spend some time on it, vent about it, talk about it, write about it. Don't try and just dismiss it completely, but then move forward with what you can control. And that's the only really peaceful, healthy, heart-centered, empathetic way to do that, to have compassion for yourself and also compassion and forgiveness for that other person if you are willing to choose to do that. So every time this happened to me, and I think it happened about 3 times. I had my salons. I had 5 salons. I had a lot of staff over those 5 years. It happened at least 3 times. So the first time it happened, I got really angry and I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I don't actually know if I confronted her about it. I think I just talked to other people about it. But I also saw messages where she'd been bitching about me behind my back and all sorts of things like that as well. So I was like, ouch, what the hell? I paid for that girl. I paid for a makeup diploma for her. I gave her so many opportunities. I felt really used and taken advantage of. I felt like she wasn't grateful at all for anything that I'd done. Although I chose to be grateful for her because she actually helped me grow my business quite a lot, and she taught me things about managing people that I didn't know before. So I feel like there's always a perspective reframe potentially there when you're ready to move out of damn you to, okay, cool, I can grow from this. So what can you do? Well, what you can do is, what you shouldn't do is act out of desperation and desperately try and post on your socials about it and desperately try to send emails out to your customer database about it, saying, oh my God, someone's left, please come back, here's some discounts, I really want to keep looking after you, da 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 da. That can happen when you are still in the heightened emotional state that this causes. If you're feeling desperate, if you're feeling angry, if you're focused on loss, if you're really negatively, like not in a good place right now and you start acting from desperation, it's actually not coming from your power and it's not good for your brand. What you should do is allow those emotions to pass, get it all out, and then you can either do nothing. You can just take the high road. You don't have to post about it on social media. You do not have to send an email out about it at all. You don't even have to, your clients, if this person is trying to poach your clients and take them for themselves, sometimes what happens is they do follow the person, they do follow the staff member and they go to them and then they quickly realize that actually this person doesn't know what the F they're doing in a business sense, and they will come back to you, or some of them will stay with them. This is just the reality of what's going to happen here. If your clients had a stronger emotional connection with that staff member than they do with you or with your brand, they're going to follow the staff member. But if they're loyal to you, loyal to your brand, loyal to your business, then they're going to see right through what she's doing and they're going to be like, ew, gross, and they're going to keep coming back to your business. But the reality is that some people might follow her, but the reality is also you can attract more new clients and replace those customers or replace the income that you lost. Occasionally, in worst case scenario, if someone leaves and takes 50% of your clients or a lot of your clients, then that can teach you a pretty valuable lesson in brand connection with your audience and building a brand connection and customer loyalty to your brand, because that's what's happened if she takes all of your clients. It means that they're way more loyal to your stuff than to your brand. Now, the way to prevent that happening again in the future is to either incorporate yourself a little bit into the marketing and into the brand, even if you don't work in the business yourself. So this is what I did. I didn't want to do all of the services in my business. I did when I had to. I did when I started a new salon and I had to go in and get it busy enough before I could hire people, but I'd always remove myself afterwards. But usually I'd still incorporate myself into the marketing and into the branding enough that people knew me as the owner and I had some sort of connection with them. I didn't want to do that at one point. I wanted to remove myself completely. I didn't want anyone to know me at all. But I also learned that when people did have that little bit of connection with me, they wanted to come back and support my business because they liked me and they liked my methods and they liked my staff that I'd chosen. And they like the brand that I'd built. So if this has just happened to you, or if you're scared that it might happen and you want to be prepared for it, then I would probably recommend you, 1, don't act in the moment when you're heightened emotionally. 2, accept the fact that it has happened and you can't go backwards and you can't change it, you can't do anything about it. 3, let it motivate you or drive you, or kick you up the butt or something, to grow from this and do better. You don't need to directly address it or send out an email about it. You can just step up your game and start improving your marketing, start improving your emails out to your clients. Just don't let it seem passive aggressive or desperate. Know that you can rebuild. You can just use this as fuel to be all right, I need a new marketing campaign. I need to set up some more ads. I need some kind of new awesome offer that's going to call in new people, or that's going to get past clients coming back for some awesome promotion that I'm going to run or some great package that I'm putting together. That, I think, is the most professional way to handle this situation. If you need help with it, I help people come up with new promotions and packages to get new clients in quickly all the time. So come over to my Instagram, Carissa Hill Coach. Have a look at the links in my bio. I can show you what I do in there. But if this has happened to you, or if it is happening to you and you'd like to ask about it more or get advice from other people with how they've handled it, I have a Facebook group as well. It's called Coffee with Carissa. Come in there, post in there, tell us about your experience, or in the comments of this video or podcast. I'd love to hear about it. If there's other ways that you recommend to handle this, or if this was helpful, please share, because it is a common thing that can happen in the hair and beauty industry, just because people can just start a business and use the skills that you've taught them, especially in things like spray tanning and hair extensions and eyelash extensions where, you know, you don't need to spend years studying. You can just learn the skill and then go and do the service. But that was also what attracted me into starting that business quite quickly. So you know what? I can't judge them. There's always a different way to think about things that will help to change the way that you feel about things. That's what I believe. If this was helpful, please let me know. Remember, you're amazing. You've got a great business. You can do this. You'll get through this. Let's keep growing together.